I'm Tina with T- T+, and today I have a package all the way from the UK. I ordered from a company called Yours Clothing. It's a plus size company in England, and they do international shipping, so I thought I would try them out. First thing I want to tell you right off the bat is it took over a month for my stuff to come. And I'm not the same, and I'm not the only one, because Kimberly from Fab Finds Under 50 ordered the same day I did or the day before I did, and hers actually took 4 days longer than mine to arrive. I just don't think there's any excuse in today's day and age to have international shipping take a month. I'm sorry, I just don't. I will say that when I talked to them, their Twitter person replied to me and put me in touch with their customer service. But their customer service basically just said, we don't know, we don't do tracking numbers, it'll get there when it gets there, give it another week. If it doesn't get there another week, let us know. That's not very useful. But anyway, let's see what the clothing's like. I'm going to be perfectly honest, the first thing I'm going to pull out of here is this little sequined bolero jacket. And it's not in its plastic because I've already worn it. I was going to a charity art show the other day, and I needed a little something to jazz up the dress I had, and this is blue and black sequins, and it was perfect. The quality's fine. It's sequinedy, so it was scratchy. I don't have anything good or bad to say about it. It was fine for what the price was. Which, let's see what the price was. $15. It was great for $15. Okay. This has the tag cut out of it. I'm not quite sure why. I don't really approve of that. It's just a little ruffled top. My thoughts when I bought this were that ruffles like this can either be very flattering to a plus size figure or they can make you look fatter, but I thought that a lot of times because they kind of skim over your body and don't show exactly where all your curves are, it can hide some of your tummy lumps or things like that. And I thought a nice bright color would be good for under like a suit for work or something like that. I'm a little bit worried looking at this that these look kind of puffy, and I have a feeling it might make me look fatter instead of slimmer, but we'll see when we try it on. I do want to point out that the back has a seam down the center. I don't know about you, but to me, it seems like an inferior quality. I don't want to see this seam. You can give me seams down the side. If there's a zipper there or something, fine. But for a shirt like this, there's no reason to have that seam there. And I don't personally care for it. I have a tunic somewhere in here. This is basically the same thing, but is longer. And I thought I might be able to wear it as a dress. I can see by looking at it, but I cannot. It is strictly a tunic, which is as it was described. And as I'm holding it up, and there's sunlight from behind the camera, I can see straight through this. So it would have to wear something underneath of it, which I'm not real thrilled about. Oh, and it has a hole right there in the top. And it also has a big messed up part here. There's no excuse for that. These clothes generally go through some sort of quality control, and then these had to go through the additional process of being put in a bag and shipped off. I'm really upset about this because the cost for me to send it back to Europe is probably going to be more than I paid for the shirt, which is, it leaves me with no recourse, which is one of the things you have to consider if you're going to buy something international. Okay. Next up, this is their a tunic from their like designer brand, like their fashion forward stuff. It's called Anonymous. It's got a cute pattern and this draping here with this pleats across the front. I thought that would be really figure flattering. I'll tell you though, the fabric, cheap feeling fabric. And The original price of this was 35 pounds, which is $70. I wouldn't pay $70 for something that felt like this. It's also very sheer. I'd have to wear something underneath of it. But sometimes cut can outweigh cheap fabric, so we will see how that looks on me. And if it looks, I was going to say if it looks good, all is forgiven, but here we have, there's a snag in this. I'm really, really not happy with this company right now. Alright, here's the last thing. Which is a dress, which I can already see is different from how I thought it was online. It's just a cute little summer dress. It's got this nice military detailing here. It's got a tie that should go in the back. I just have it flipped in the front. And it has some little puff sleeves. The fabric's a very thin cotton, but not see-through. But the weight of the fabric makes me think that it's going to cling to every little bump that I have. And the other thing, and this is, I'm going to say this is a combination of their fault and my fault. This is striped. It's kind of a purple and black, really small stripe. You probably can't see on the camera because it's too far away. But when I was looking at buying it, the description, the name of the item said military stripe dress. And so I zoomed in on it and I didn't see a stripe. As far as I can tell, it was like a gray lavender color. So I assumed that the stripe just meant military stripe. That was like what they were naming it, not that it was actually a striped dress, but it is. And that's my fault for making an assumption that went against what the label said. But at the other time, if I can't tell that there's a stripe, I can't see the pattern, they need to have a color block swatch that shows you real close up what that pattern is. Otherwise, you don't know what you're getting. So, out of the 5 items I bought, I like the sequin jacket. This, I'm worried, I don't like the fact that the pattern's not what I thought. This one is cheap feeling and has a snag in it. This one has a hole and a rip. This one, we don't know. So we have 1 yes, a couple of maybes, and a couple definite no's. Not worth international shipping, I don't think. But we'll try them on and we'll see how we go from there. Hi, the lighting's starting to get a little weird in here, so I probably have some bright light stripes coming in. Sorry about that. This is obviously the little ruffled shirt. Rand is looking at me through the door over there and he said that he liked it. It was sexy. My concern about the ruffles proved unfounded. They laid down flat, so they are giving me the effect I want. They're clinging to my figure, but they're not tight, so they're kind of floating over the bumps a little bit. I did notice when I put it on, I had to kind of keep pulling it down to keep it laying straight. That's because the fabric's kind of stretchy, which isn't necessarily always the best for things this length, because sometimes they can roll. And I noticed when I put it on, there's this, you know, string hanging out over here. So again, I'm having some issues with the quality. It feels good on. It's covering my bra straps mostly, which is always good because I need the big bra straps. Give it a little spin. I think it'll suit its purpose. I could actually wear it out if I wanted, and it will definitely go under a suit jacket well. So I will be keeping this one, and let's try the next one. Okay, even though I said that this tunic was the same as that blouse I just had on, it's actually got a different label on it. From a different line, and you can see it's fitting completely differently. It's gaping here, not laying smooth. And aside from the fact that it's got this thing happening, this part's just not working. And if you can see, it's, I think, too long to really wear very well with jeans. It might work with leggings, but I want you to see here back on my butt. It's making all the little ruffles stand up, and it's a little tight. So I don't think it's very attractive. It's like it's too tight down here and too loose up here. I mean, you can see my bra. So quality issues aside, I don't like this at all. I don't think it's flattering, and I'll see about sending it back. Okay, here's the other tunic. Again, this probably really isn't meant to be worn with jeans because my pockets are kind of making some weirdness here. It'd probably be okay with leggings. It's having some of the same gapping issues here where it's not quite tight enough down on my chest. But other than that, I think it fits pretty well. The pleats right here and right here are doing what I had hoped, which is they are creating these lines anyway, and they're helping accentuate an hourglass shape because they go in, and they're also helping to diminish some of the lumps I have right here. Fabric still feels quite cheap on, and again, it's really, really quite tight on the butt. I will probably try these on with leggings. It might be good for a night out. I don't think I could wear it to work or anything. I'll try it with leggings and see if it fits any better with those smooth lines. Okay, here is the dress tunic. First things first, it's a little shorter than I'm comfortable wearing without something underneath. I like things to kind of come all the way down to my knees. And this is a good, well, it's hard to see when I bend over, but I think it's about a good 3 inches above my knee from what I can tell in the reflection in the glass door behind the camera. Again, this happens to me a lot. This band right here, which connects to the tie in the back, should be under my boobs here, and it's kind of hitting the bottom and then under. That's pretty typical for me. You can see it's got a lot of cleavage going on. It's pretty cute. It feels thin. Might be nice in the summer, except that I feel the need to wear something underneath of it, which kind of negates the whole purpose of the dresses in the summertime where you get that nice airflow. So, probably would have been good in the fall with some leggings. We'll see. Last up, the one thing I know I was going to like because I had already worn it out. This is the black and blue sequined bolero. Goes really well with my t-shirt, don't you think? Thanks for tuning in as I opened up my packages from Yours Clothing, and I'll see you next time.